ladies and gentlemen, if you please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, lacrosse fans, and welcome inside Eddie Bush Memorial Arena for tonight. MSL action featuring the visiting Peterborough 21 Century Lakers and the Owen Sound North Stars. Glad to be with you here, brought to you by Collingwood Cruise Lacrosse. Starting goaltenders for tonight. For the North Stars, it will be number 31, Caleb Martin, who has a 1-4 record, a 10 even goals against average. His counterpart down in the left in the white jerseys will be number 66, Nick Rose. 5-2 record with a 6.93 goals against average. Your officiating crew, Josh Hills is the crew chief, Ryan Davies and Dom Hartley are the assistants. Players are ready, whistles underway. No one able to come up with the first loose ball. It will go to Peterborough. Back to Owen Sound, shot on, saved by Rose. Rose tested early, just seconds into this game. Lakers will get their first opportunity now. Page, back over to Sykes. Shot on, saved by Caleb Martin. His first stop of the evening. Mitch Wild gonna run with the ball now. Josh Rosa. That shot doesn't hit the mark. Braden Maye with it. He's gonna walk in, he can't hit. Rose is gonna get on it now. Late in the shot clock, and Peterborough will just muck it. Gonna be a shot clock violation against Owen Sound. Gonna be a Lakers ball. Trumbull with it. He'll send it over to the lefties. It's gonna be Jeremiah Wade. Back over to Sykes. Braden Saris on it. Blaine Myers was looking for it, but he's able to come up with it. And it's going to be Owen Sound running away with it, as that's Connor Knock who picked it up, who sends an errant pass. Sykes was wide open down the floor looking for a breakaway, but the ball never came his way. Nick Fournier, one of the many APs that Peterborough has tonight. They have 7 in their lineup, as they have a ton of scratches here this evening. That pass doesn't go anywhere, except right into the stick of a Peterborough defender, and the Lakers will go back on offense once again. They've already had 5 offensive possessions, not 3 minutes into this game. Sykes over to Page. He ducks and weaves, can't hit the shot. Jeremiah Wade with it. Back over to Trumbull. Page with it. Turns, shoots, saved on by Martin. Loose ball, still there. Sykes comes away with it. Wade, shot on, that gets deflected. That goes off the stick of Noah Labar. And Adam Ross, one of the 2 APs that Owen Sound has tonight. 2 APs for Owen Sound and 7 for Peterborough, as some of their big names, including Joe Rezzaterrits, Thomas Hogarth, and both Catoni brothers, are scratched from tonight's game. Loose ball on the near side. That goes into the stick of Wild. Feet inside, shot on. Warren Weeks was looking for an inside goal on Nick Rose, but that doesn't go in, and Rose has a quick word with crew chief Josh Hiltz. Peterborough back the other way. Hutchinson. Over to Nick Fournier, another AP tonight. Shot on, saved by Martin. He doesn't know where it is. Thankfully, it stays in the crease to prevent a back-in violation. Tyler Hulls is going to run now. He will leave it for Josh Rosa. Jackson Webster with it. The MSL league leader in points. Shot on. That's Tanner Buck with it. He's unable to get a shot past Rose. Justin Sykes is going to wait for the Laker offense to come out. Wade with it. Page looking for a little room. He's going to find Sykes. That goes off a stick. It's going to be Adam Ross running the floor. Ross one-on-one, shoots, just misses the net. Both teams are using the transition game early as they are looking for the icebreaker here. Peterborough in second in the standings, and Owen Sound clinging to that 4th spot. Top 4 teams in the MSL standings make the playoffs. Owen Sound trying to stay ahead of both Oakville and Coburg, while Peterborough is chasing down Nations for that top spot, but it will be tough. Save on by Martin. Sykes with the rebound. He'll leave it for Thistlethwaite. Sykes looking for an opportunity over the right side. Shot on. That goes in. Brayton Saris with the goal his first game. And the Lakers strike early. They're up 1-0 here. So Sykes able to find Brayton Saris, who unloads and gets a shot past Caleb Martin for the goal's first game. Just 5.5 minutes in, Peterborough has a 1-0 lead. Safe face-off violation against Owen Sound's going to be a Laker ball. Hutchinson over to Thistlethwaite. Fournier, he turns around, shot on, saved by Martin. Nick Fournier, one of the top players in Junior C action this season with the Peterborough Junior C Lakers. Now getting his first taste at Major Series lacrosse here tonight against the North Stars. Wild, he's going to get a seal. He's going to send it up top. Shot on. Shot clock winding down. Mitch Wild is just going to throw it on net. That doesn't go anywhere. Sykes back over to Wade. Ben Trumbull with it. He looks for a lane, can't find one. Sykes does. He unloads. Wade with the rebound after Martin made that stop. Fournier to Trumbull. Trumbull up top. Can't handle that pass. Fournier walks in, shoots, scores. Nick Fournier with his first career MSL goal puts the Lakers up by 2 on a beautiful twister shot. And all the Laker veterans are going over to collect that ball as Justin Sykes will walk off the floor with it. But Fournier, his first career MSL goal. So a loose ball in front of the net is found by Nick Fournier, who throws a hell of a twister shot that results in Peterborough having an early 2-0 lead 7 minutes into this game. Face-off won by Owen Sound. It's Wild with it. Wild's going to run. He's going to wait for reinforcements as he'll send it off to Braden Maye. Back to Wild. He's going to get a steal. Wild unloads, saved by Rose. And that goes out of bounds. It's going to stay Owen Sound ball. This is the third and final meeting between these two teams. Peterborough has won both of them. But Owen Sound's looking to change that, and that's going to start with a goal right there from Braden Maye. Maye off a beautiful pick and roll, stays with it, rolls around the crease, gets a shot by Nick Rose. And Owen Sound has their first goal of this contest. Draw one by Owen Sound. That's Jamie Hunt once again on the face-off circle. Jackson Webster with it. He'll send it down low. Elijah Brown on it. He's getting pressured by Thistlethwaite. Back up for Buck. Shot clock running down. Morton Weeks picks it up. Was trying to fire shot on goal, but unable to make it count. Fournier with it. Up top for Jeremiah Wade. Over to Lowe's. Wade, shot on, saved by Martin. And that's not Lowe's. He is just wearing that jersey tonight. That's actually Michael Blaemeyer's. Numbers for Owen Sound. They have a 3-on-2. Saved by Rose. That was Connor Knock that was hoping to get his first knock of the game. That doesn't go anywhere. Hutchinson. Sykes with it. He's looking for a seal. He's going to send it back up top. Hutchinson with it. Over to Carter Page. Page looking for something. He's going to take an outside shot that doesn't hit the mark. And that's going to be an over and back violation against Peterborough. And Owen Sound will go back on offense. Both times that these two teams have seen each other, it's ended in a 3-goal and a 2-goal game. Both times have gone the favor of Peterborough. Owen Sound would love to win the final matchup of the season. Wild, back for Isaiah Morton Weeks. Over to Webster. Webster, backdoor for Morton Weeks. He goes around, shoots, no. Gonna say he's in the crease. So what the entire building thought was Owen Sound's second goal of the game is waved off due to a crease violation by Morton Weeks, and Peterborough goes back the other way. Sykes, over to Fournier. He'll send it to the righties. That's Blaemeyer's. Sykes sets a seal from Fournier. Fournier gets it back. Late on the shot clock. Need to get a shot off. He'll throw it on net. Martin with it. Routine stop from Martin. And Adam Ross with it. Ross has numbers. He's going to push it down the middle. Shoots, scores! And gets leveled after the shot, but he doesn't care as he's just tied this game up at 2. So Caleb Martin with a beautiful outlet pass to Ross. He ran the length of the floor, got by one defender, took a slash to the helmet, but he didn't care. And he went low glove on Nick Rose to tie this game up at 2. Face off, it's Hunt. Up against Trumbull. That's won by Owen Sound. It's going to roll into the crease of Martin. And we played 10 minutes here in this first period. Both teams have had their opportunities and they've capitalized on some of them. Owen Sound the latest to do it as they have just tied this game up at 2 apiece. Wild getting pressured. Member of the Halifax Thunderbirds. Rose up backdoor. Hutchinson up top for Blaemeyers. Over to Carter Page. He's going to wait for the Lakers offense to get out there. He'll send it over to Wade, who's going to give it to Fournier. Shot on. That's a reset. Officials are going to say it hit a defender or Martin. Either way, it's going to be Peterborough ball. Peterborough in the white and blue jerseys going left to right on your screen. Blaemeyers over to Wade. He shoots. Kick saved by Martin. Peterborough gets it back. Carter Page with it. Fournier. He looks for an opening. Wade finds one, shoots. Kick saved by Martin. And that's going to be a back-in violation against Owen Sound. Peterborough will maintain possession, but they'll change their offense a little bit as they've been out there for close to a minute on those resets. Thistlewhite. Over to Carter Page. Blaemeyers with it. He's going to get a steal from Trumbull. Trumbull's going to receive that pass. Trumbull, a big body, hasn't bulldozed his way into the middle yet, but he may do that later in the game. Carter Page recovers that missed shot. 10 seconds on shot clock. Saved on by Martin. And Owen Sound can finally get their defense off as they were out there for a while. Noah Labar with it. He's going to hand it off to Josh Rosa. Over to Elijah Brown. Tanner Buck with it. The captain of this Owen Sound North Stars team. Morgan Weeks with the goal. So Buck is able to find Rosa, who saw it cutting more on Weeks. And 3 goals from Owen Sound, all in the 3 same spots on Nick Rose, low glove. And quickly, Owen Sound has their first lead of the night. When you're able to find the holes and find the cutters in the middle of the floor, good things happen. And for Morin Weeks, he was able to do just that and give Owen Sound their first lead of the night. Chris Harland was looking back door, unable to connect. Robert Hope coming in, shoots, saved on by Martin. That got through the legs of Martin. And hit the post. And Tyler Pace. No, that's Alex Pace. Thought that he was able to pick that ball up out of the crease, unable to do so. Flip pass doesn't get anywhere. Rosa's now on it. Morin Weeks cutting through the middle. He's able to catch that and get a shot off from Rose. Bounce pass from Rose finds Ogilvie. Mitch Ogilvie finds Fournier. Thistlewhite. 4 lefties over here for Peterborough as they're going over to the left. Fournier thought about shooting, unable to get a shot off. Back to middle, shot, scores. So Fournier gets knocked down, able to still get a pass off to Thistlewhite. And the lone righty, Braden Saris, came streaking in. And he's able to tie this game up at 3. Face-off violation against Owen Sound, going to be Laker ball. Blair Myers over to Wade. Fournier. Gonna hand it off to Sykes. Sykes comes in, twister shot, doesn't get anywhere, up and out of play. A couple of the fans almost snatched that barehandedly, but they were unable to do so. Wild. Over to Braden Maillet. He cuts in, shoots, hits the post. That'll be a reset for Owen Sound. Elijah Brown gonna leave it for Rosa. Wild has it now. 3 righties and 2 lefties here for the North Stars. Shot on by Rosa. With the ball loose in the crease, Mitch Wild gave a bit of a check to Lucas Frazier, and it looks like Wild is going to get penalized coming up, but that will happen after Peterborough goes 6-on-5 here with the extra attacker. 15 seconds left on shot clock. Saris over to Sykes, shoots, scores. I believe that went off the mask of Martin, but directly into the net, which is a legal goal. If it hits the goaltender in the helmet and goes directly in, that is a good goal, and I think that was the case right here, as Sykes is able to tie this game up at 3. So on the delayed penalty and the extra attacker pulled, the Lakers cash in, and they've made this a 3-3 game. A 4-3 game, my apologies. Scoreboard just got changed here inside Eddie Bush. That gives the Lakers another 1-goal lead here tonight. 5:17 remaining here in this first period. Teams have had their chances and they've been able to do something. Coyle, twister shot, saved. Thistlewhite with it. Elijah Brown is going to bring the ball up now. He's going to send it over to Braden Maillet. Down to Morin Weeks. Maillet gets it up top. He'll get the steal from Morin Weeks. Back over to Maillet. Turn feed, shot on, saved by Rose. Peterborough unable to capitalize on that offensive possession. So LeBar is going to run it up now. It's going to be Rosa waiting. Webster. Webster unloads. He just misses. Able to get his own rebound. 5 on the shot clock. He needs to get one. Over to Rosa. He's going to unload. Shoots. Saved by Rose. Frazier picks it up. He's going to run the length of the floor. He's going to wait for reinforcements. Thistlewhite walks in. That shot gets blocked. Goes off the stick of Connor Knock. Owen Sound hanging in there early in this game. Only find themselves down by 1, but were able to score 2 straight goals. Wild. Over to Buck. Buck unloads. That's a bounce shot that goes up and out of play into the netting. Just under 3 minutes remaining in this first period. Peterborough up 4-3 against Owen Sound here, as Fournier will look to add to that lead. Up top for Wade. Trumbull with it. Fournier is just going to casually dump it to the corner, but Page is able to catch it, but he's unable to get a shot off. Josh Rosa with it now. They'll send it to the lefties, and Braden Maye. Pass inside by Maye. Peterborough has been pressuring the Owen Sound shooters and has limited their last couple offensive possessions. Stick checks, loose balls, knockdown passes have prevented Owen Sound from getting any shots in on Rose. Thistlewhite up top for Sykes. Over to Blameyer, shot saved on by Martin. Loose ball, that's Jamie Hunt, that's in on it. He's trying to chase it down, he can't. Peterborough will somehow come up with it, and the offense will get back out on the floor. Page, back door for Thistlewhite. Comes around a seal set by Sykes. Up top, saved by Martin. Mitch Wild takes it. Under a minute left here in the first period. Wild takes a shot, goes off the shoulder of Nick Rose. Going to be a full reset here for Owen Sound. Wild with it. Comes around the top, saved on by Rose. Long pass over for Hutchinson. He's able to corral that. And Fournier with it. He's going to send it over to Carter Page. Blair Myers. Fournier. 10 on the shot clock. Looking for an opening. Wade. Going to turn, shoot. Saved on. Who's going to come up with it? That's going to be the North Stars coming up with it. And the first period will come to an end. After 20 minutes of play, the Peterborough Lakers lead the Owen Sound North Stars by a score of 4-3. Both teams had their opportunities in that period. They capitalized on a bunch of them, but Martin and Rose have looked very solid in these first 20 minutes. We'll be back with second period of action here from Eddie Bush Memorial Arena for Major Series Lacrosse after this intermission. Welcome back to Eddie Bush Memorial Arena for Major Series lacrosse action. Second period just set to get underway. Lucas Arger with you. Crew Chief Josh Hiltz just having a quick word with both benches, currently talking with Peterborough. As we are here in Collingwood for the Lighthouse Challenge, as this is Owen Sound's final regular season home game. They piggybacked off the Senior B game earlier this afternoon here in Collingwood. Players are ready and so are we. Second period underway. First possession belonging to Peterborough. Morton Weeks shoots, saved on by Rose. Second shot hits the crossbar, stays in play. That's Frank Coyle coming away with it. He's going to find Sykes screeching off the bench. Jeremy Wade over to Braden Sayers. He loads up, just misses. Thistleweight tried to bat that ball, but it was just out of his reach. And that's going to be an over and back violation against the Lakers. Elijah Brown with it. He's going to send it up top. Jackson Webster with it. He's looking for a little room. We'll send it over to the righties. He's trying to send it back to the lefties. That ball just gets over the head of the North Stars player. And Ogilvie is going to come up with it. Carter Page. Fournier with it. Nick Fournier already has one MSL goal in his career, which he scored earlier in the first period. Love to get a second. Fournier, shot on. That gets knocked down. He's going to have to play some defense as Braden Maillet comes away with it. Maillet over to Rosa, BTB. Rosa can't come up with it. That goes off his stick, back in to Maillet's. Webster's shot is stopped. Now Robert Hope is going to get it across the timeline. Ben Trumbull. Here comes Saris. Over to Sykes. Thistleweight. Jeremy Wade is the last man off the bench. Shot on, saved by Martin. He's going to outlet it. That gets knocked down. Owen Sound still on it. Gets across in time. Loose ball. Wild was going to run onto it, but Hutchinson got there first. Coyle with it. 2-on-3 for the Lakers. Coyle willing to take a shot, but that gets knocked down. That doesn't get through. And Tyler Hall's running. Down to Wild. 3 righties, 2 lefties here for the North Stars. Wild gets a lane shot on by Rose. That gets stopped. Robert Hope. Coyle's going to get to the bench to send Sykes. Hope over to Hutchinson. Hutchinson on his wrong side. He'll make it over to his right side after giving the ball to Carter Page, and Hutchinson will go for a change instead. Braden Sayers comes in. 12 seconds on shot clock. Page over to Fournier. Walks in, shoots. Stopped on by Martin. Loose ball in front. Wade trying to find it. He's unable to come up with it. And it'll end up in the stick of Mitch Wild. After Curtis Hall was able to pick up that loose ball and hand it off to Wild. Jackson Webster. Maillet with the seal. Webster dekes inside. Maillet had that ball in and out of his stick. Wild finds the ball. Those two get tangled. Ball bounces into the crease of Caleb Martin. He'll pick it up. And remember, with the second period, it's the long change, so teams are going to have to be careful in transition as Lucas Frazier able to pop the ball out of the stick of Noah LeBaire on that play. Peterborough will get possession. Many fans from Stayner, Collingwood, Owen Sound, and other areas made the trip here tonight to Collingwood to see this game live. And for a center that's been the Clearview Crushers the past couple years, now the Collingwood Crews in Senior B action, on the verge of building up a minor program. Great to see many young fans and players out here tonight in Collingwood for this Lighthouse Challenge on a beautiful Saturday night. Morton Weeks gets a steal from Buck. Over to Rosa. He shoots. Shoulder save from Rose. Morton Weeks comes away with that rebound. Going to be a full 30-second shot clock reset for the North Stars. Webster with it. He's looking for a shooting lane and to get going tonight. Webster gets it. Underhand shot. Saved by Rose. Hutchinson. Up to Harlan. Harlan 2-on-1 the other way. He's going to walk in. Shoot. Saved by Martin. Another shot. Just misses. Loose ball. And Liam McGrath comes away with it. He had Wild coming off the bench, but elects to hold on to it and wait for Braden Maillet to come out onto the floor. Maillet, product of the Calgary Roughnecks. Shot by Rosa, gets stopped. Rose up to Robert Hope. Fournier. Braden Saris. Jeremy Wade to Nick Fournier. Fournier gets a lane, shoots, just misses. Gets his own rebound, comes in. Twister shot, gets stopped. Loose ball. Full 30-second shot clock. Wade shoots. He can't beat Martin. Martin was looking down floor for Maillet, unable to find him. That pass got knocked down. Wade with it now. Over to Trumbull. That gets stopped. Martin doesn't know where it is. Now he's able to find it. And Owen Sound will calm this down a little bit, as that was a quick sequence for Martin, who had a pass knocked down and had two quick saves in quick succession. Mitch Wild. Over to Morton Weeks. Back to Wild. Over to Webster. He unloads. Can't hit the net. Loose ball. That's Noah Millsap that was looking for it. Webster has 2 seconds on shot clock. Over to Morton Weeks. He tried to quick stick but couldn't handle it. That's going to be a shot clock violation against Owen Sound. Frank Coyle had some troubles with that pass, but he's still able to get it over center prior to the 8-second count. Sykes to Fournier. Over to Blair Myers, back to Sykes. Page. Okay, gets that shot around the defender. That hits Martin in the shoulder. Peterborough looking for the period's first goal as we are 7 minutes into it now. Down for Carter Page. Blair Myers looking for the seal. He's going to set it. Page gets around, shoots. Right in between the pads of Martin. And Martin will elect to have that, to lay on that ball in order to get a whistle, and we're going to take a quick stoppage in play here as Martin needs a couple squirts of water. Just over 7 minutes gone here in the second period. Peterborough still hanging on to a 1-goal lead. They lead 4-3 as we've yet to have a goal scored here in the second frame. But both teams have had their chances. They've gotten inside, they've hit posts, they've gotten repeat possessions. But Rose and Martin showing why they are both top goaltenders in this league. Nick Rose, everybody's known his name. Over 13 seasons he has played in the National Lacrosse League. The majority of it with the Toronto Rock. Caleb Martin, on the other hand, a 2022 Minto Cup winner with the Whitby Warriors, drafted by the Colorado Mammoth, now playing Senior A up here in his hometown of Owen Sound. Waiting for his shot in the National Lacrosse League, but until then, he will play here in summer ball. Jackson Webster over to Tanner Buck. Back to Wild. He can't handle that pass. It was almost intercepted by Peterborough, but they're going to hang on to it. Millsap. Buck. Shot on. Saved by Rose. And the Lakers are off and running. Captain Robert Hope. Over to Hutchinson. Trumbull going to play an offensive set here. Jeremy Wade. Thistlewhite gets a steal from Nick Fournier. Shot on, saved by Martin. Owen Sound had numbers for a brief moment, but they'll elect to pull it out and get their offense out there as Tanner Buck now waits to make something happen. Josh Rosa. Over to Buck. He tried to backdoor feed. He can't hit the net. Millsap with it. 5 seconds on shot clock. He's going to try and get around Lucas Frazier. Frazier's eating him up. He can't do it, so Rosa throws it on net, and that's going to miss the net and end up in the stick of Mitch Ogilvie, who picked it up after the restart possession. Ogilvie over to Sykes. To Carter Page. Blair Myers. Nick Fournier. Down to Justin Sykes. Carter Page unable to handle that pass. And Owen Sound's off and running. McGrath. Shot. Scores! So after Carter Page is unable to handle that pass, Liam McGrath scoops it up, goes on a 2-on-1 with Taylor Halls, and he goes low to beat Nick Rose and tie this game up at 4. Holy smokes, what a shot that was. Underhand, goes low, Rose unable to find it. Those are the tough ones for a goalie, is on a 2-on-1 when that seal is set and they come around it. When the shooter comes around that pick, it's very hard to see the head of the stick in order to stop that ball. Fournier. He sent it over to Thistlewhite. He'll give it to Sayers, back to Fournier, who came around the net. He found backdoor. He found Blair Myers, scores. So a quick cycle offense here from the Peterborough Lakers results in their 5th goal of the night, and they restored their 1-goal lead. So Peterborough asking for that ball as well, so that must be Blair Myers' first career MSL goal. Mike Blair Myers. Face-off won by Owen Sound. They have a 2-on-1 the other way. Braden Maye shoots, saved on by Rose. Dylan Hutchinson comes up with that loose ball. That one almost squeaked in, but Rose just able to stick his leg out in order to get that stop. Justin Sykes with it. He's looking for a lane. Jeremy Wade gives it to Braden Saris. Saris will find Hutchinson, who will find Wade, shot on, saved by Martin. And Connor Knock is going to give it to Mitch Wild, who will slow things down a little bit. Wild has played on both sides of the ball here tonight, and he will go off and get a couple of fresh legs out there. Webster dips, dangles, shoulder save by Rose, back up top, over to Buck. Behind the net to Webster. Up top for Elijah Brown. He shoots. Saved by Rose. Full reset here for the North Stars. Tanner Buck has it. Backdoor for Rosa. He comes around, hits the side of the net, so that won't register as a shot. Webster comes away with it. He shoots. Shoulder save from Rose. Rose is saying that Buck went through the crease. No call there, as he didn't appear to be in the crease, but Rose may have had a different angle. Braden Maye, up top for Buck, on his wrong side. He'll unload, shot on by Rose. Save on by Rose, I mean. Noah Millsap, unable to hit the mark. Look out, as Hayden Hiltz picked up that ball and he almost got clotheslined. 8.5 minutes remaining here in this second period. Low scoring affair so far, but Peterborough able to hold a lead at the moment. That one helped them out to their lead as Thistlewhite just dumps it into the corner as the shot clock was expiring. Elijah Brown with it. Over to Jackson Webster. Lucas Frazier with it. He's going to run. Frazier going to outrun Wild. He shoots, gets the shot off. Kick save from Martin. Two tall and fit men going at it right there, but Frazier able to out-hustle Wild just a little bit to get the shot off. Josh Rosa will wait for the North Stars offense to come on out. He'll find it. Over to Braden Maillet. A teammate of Nick Rose's when they were in Calgary this past year for the second half of the season. So he's got a little bit of a scouting report on Rose. Tried to go 5-hole on him. Unable to do so. Tanner Buck has it. Full reset here for Owen Sound. Rosa underneath. Shot on, saved by Rose. Robert Hope with it. Outlet to Dylan Hutchinson. It's a 2-on-1 the other way for the Lakers. Hutchinson with Sykes. Hutchinson on his wrong side, shoots far side, can't hit the mark. That pass gets knocked down. And that's going to be scooped up by Jeremy Sorrell. Over to Webster. He leads the league with 67 points, 15 ahead of second place in Josh Byrne with the Six Nations Chiefs. He'd love to add to his point total tonight, but has been quiet so far. Ogilvie. Trumbull with it. Back to Carter Page. Carter Page. Over to Thistlewhite. Back to Trumbull. So Nick Fournier into Jeremy Way. 2 of the 7 APs in the Lakers uniforms tonight. BTB shot from Page. Can't hit the net. Thistlewhite, 3 on shot clock. He shoots. That shot gets blocked. And Owen Sound will let the shot clock run out. Connor Knock with it. Mitch Wild. Shot on, scores! Maillet able to find Morton Weeks on the doorstep, who threw a little bit of twister of his own that goes bounce shotting in. And after that goal, Rose is going to ask for a water break as we have 5:43 here remaining in the second period. Low-scoring game sees these two teams knotted up at 5. Morton Weeks able to tie this game back up after he was able to catch a feed inside from Braden Maillet and go twister bounce shot right underneath the stick of Nick Rose. So with Peterborough trying to chase Six Nations and Owen Sound trying to stay ahead of both Oakville and Coburg, this game tonight is going to be a duel for 2 points here in the standings. Face-off is going to be won by Owen Sound. That's going to be Noah Millsap coming up with it. Webster with it as both Millsap and McGrath are going to go off for a change. Webster and Morton Weeks playing a 2-man game. Wild, back to Webster. Around, shot on, saved by Rose. Webster tried to slash that out of stick of Alex Pace, unable to do so. Stretch pass for Ogilvie. He's unable to run onto it. And Owen Sound will get the ball back. Josh Rosa. Looks like Webster got knocked down in the middle. Officials say that's clean and no call. Shot on by Tanner Buck, goes up and out of play off the leg of Rose. Moore and Weeks. Over to Elijah Brown, one of the APs tonight for the Stars. One of two they have in their lineup. For those of you just joining in, Lucas Arger, glad to be with you here at MSL for this MSL broadcast tonight between the Owen Sound North Stars and Peterborough Lakers. 5-5 is your score with just over 4 minutes remaining here in the second period. Both teams eager for 2 points here on a Saturday night. And this has been a low-scoring, physical affair so far. Loose ball in the corner now, 10 seconds left on the shot clock in Peterborough possession. If you're Owen Sound, you're eager to just muck this. But Hope has other ideas as he tried to fire a shot on net. That doesn't hit the mark. And Owen Sound is going to be up running away. They got numbers here, 4-on-3. Wild unable to corral that, otherwise they could have had a quick opportunity, but Braden Maye will just slow things down. 15 seconds left on shot clock. Webster gives it back to Maye. Over to Rosa. Backdoor for Webster. He's going to dip underneath, try and get around Frank Coyle. Shoots and he does, scores! Webster able to use his footwork and a little bit of hesitation to get around Coyle, and he's able to reach across far side and go low, back foot on Rose for Owen Sound's second lead of the night. Face-off won by Peterborough. That's Dylan Hutchinson with it. Over to Alex Pace. Carter Page with the ball now. 3 minutes remaining here in the second frame. Owen Sound just took back the lead. They haven't had it for long tonight, but they just did take it back. They're up 6-5 currently over Peterborough. Millsap. Up ahead for Ross. The other AP in this North Stars lineup tonight. Ross on defense and Elijah Brown on offense. Braden Maye. Shoot, scores! With the shot clock winding down and the Owen Sound bench yelling black, which in lacrosse terms means low on the shot clock, need to get one off and hopefully get a reset. Maye says, okay, it's black, I'll shoot on net. And he went 5-0 on Rose for Owen Sound's first 2-goal lead of the night, and the Owen Sound bench is loving it. Face-off won by Peterborough. Trumbull comes away with it. Can Trumbull rumble into his way into the middle? No, he cannot. He will just elect to head off for a change. Ogilvie will stay here for this offensive possession. Thistlewhite. Intended for Blair Myers. He can't come up with it. 3-on-2 the other way. Shot on, saved by Rose. McGrath able to come up with it. As Jamie Hunt was almost got a shot by Rose. But Rose wasn't going to allow 3 straight goals on 3 straight shots, I don't think. Webster. His pass intended for Rose on the far side. He gets picked off, and Blair Myers is away and running. Braden Saris. Gets a return feed from Sykes. He shoots, can't hit the mark. Wade with it. 10 left on shot clock. They're in black now. Sykes shoots. That hits Martin. That's going to be a reset. Wade corrals it. Over to Saris. Down low for Page. Elijah Brown on him. He's going to try and play defense, and he does. He causes a turnover. 1 minute remaining here in the second period. As Webster will elect to wait. Kill some time off. Wild with a rip. Rosa unable to come up with it. As he was going to pick it up, he got slashed a little bit. Owen Sound call is screaming for a back-in call, but that's not going to come away with it. That's now going to be a crease violation against Owen Sound. As that ball was loose, it rolled back through the crease, off the end boards, that came back into the crease, but because Peterborough hadn't touched it already, that is not a back-in call. So smart heads-up play by Robert Hope results in a crease violation from Owen Sound with 30 seconds left, and they call timeout. They will most likely draw up a play here, put Rose on the bench, and go 6-on-5. And the Owen Sound bench is begging and pleading their case, saying they did touch it, it was intentional, went back in the crease. The officials are saying, nope, it was not. And you can see that the North Stars bench is unhappy with the call, but at the end of the day, it is the right call.
Nick.
So both the officials and the Owen Sound bench are still having a conversation. But like I said, at the end of the day, it is the right call. There was no intentional contact or force made by any of the Peterborough defenders. That's just a smart heads-up play by a veteran in Robert Hope, who's been around this game for a long, long time. Peterborough will hold here for final possession. Nick Rose is on the bench, and the Lakers will go 6-on-5 here. It will be Saris, Trumbull, Page, Thistlewhite, Sykes, and Hutchinson are the 6 players out there for the Lakers. Under 10 seconds, here they go. Saris, backdoor feed for Sykes, he can't hit, and that goes up and out of play. 2 seconds left, shot on, just misses. And Noah Millsap was close to scoring an empty net goal, but he was just a little wide, and that's how we stand. At the end of 2 periods of play, the Owen Sound North Stars lead the Peterborough Lakers by a score of 7-5 here at the Lighthouse Challenge at Eddie Bush Memorial Arena. We'll be back with the 3rd period right after this. Welcome back to third period action here. Lucas Arger with you. Owen Sound has their first 2-goal lead of the contest as we head into the third period. Peterborough would love to spoil them on their Lighthouse Challenge night at home, quote unquote. But that's not going to happen as Mitch Wild picks off that pass after Peterborough won the period's opening draw. Wild up floor to Tanner Buck. Buck gets the return feed from Jackson Webster. Buck over to the righties. Elijah Brown. Turn shot by Maillet. Is saved by Rose and Dylan Hutchinson with it. Nick Fournier is going to get it. Fournier to Page, back to Fournier. Over to Trumbull. Saris unable to handle that pass. Trumbull falls to the floor. Sykes with it. Fournier calling for it. 5 seconds on shot clock. Up top, Page shoots. Shot on by Martin. He doesn't know where it is. Got caught up in his arm area, up in the shoulder. Nevertheless, it stayed out. It's going to be Owen Sound ball. Rosa with it. He looks for a seal. Down low. That's Maillet. Over to Elijah Brown. Back to Maillet. Rosa. An illegal screen is called. That's going to be too much of a push on offense. It's going to be the Peterborough ball. Jeremy Wade has it. They'll send it to Thistlewhite. Over to Sayers, back to Wade. Face dodges to Thistlewhite. Up top, shoots off the iron. Sayers gets it. Sykes. Over to Blair Myers. Back to Sykes. Pass intended for Wade. Sykes says, I'll take it. He'll give it to Wade, though. Wade's going to go underneath on that pick. Unable to get his hands free. Ball knocked free. Sykes comes up with it. 12 seconds on shot clock. Peterborough's in black, so Wade elects to shoot. Almost gets through Martin, but he makes a good stick save there. Knock with a bounce pass over to Mitch Wild. A lot of fans made the trip here to Eddie Bush Memorial Arena for this Lighthouse Challenge featuring the Lakers and the North Stars. 2-on-1 the other way. Alex Pace shoots. Shoots saved on, and he accidentally runs into Martin. And we're going to have a bit of a scrum here, but hopefully nothing's going to come of it, as Millsap wanted a piece of Pace for that, as I don't think Pace meant any harm on that play. And the officials will discuss here, but like I said, it didn't look like Pace meant to plow right through Martin, but nonetheless, it does look like he's going to get penalized for something on this play, as crew chief Josh Hiltz and assistant referee Dom Hartley are going to be discussing this. So Hartley is the one that made the call, as she was the lead official. And Lakers captain Robert Hope is now pleading his case, saying that Pace got bumped and then he slid into Martin, but I don't think that's the case. So it's going to be a 2-minute penalty for interference, goaltender interference, I believe. And Owen Sound will go to the power play. It will be their first power play of the game, as this is only the game's second penalty. Webster. He looks for a lane. Tried to find Mornweeks on the inside. Mornweeks comes away with it. Shot on, saved by Rose. That's going to be a reset. Webster. Shot on, stick save from Nick Rose. Thistlewhite comes away with it. He gets stripped though, and Mornweeks gets it. Wild up top. He walks in, unloads a shot, saved on by Rose. Once again, another reset for the North Stars. Webster to Braden Maillet. Mitch Wild, member of the Halifax Thunderbirds and a couple other franchises, currently with the Thunderbirds. Shot on by Webster, gets through Rose, thought they went in, but the officials say no. Backdoor feed to Morton Weeks, he can't come up with it. Gonna end up in the stick of Robert Hope. And the North Stars need to run and get over center. That pass gets tipped by Wild. Loose ball now, who's gonna come up with it? Gonna be Noah Millsap. He gets shoulder checked by Thistlewhite, and the North Stars have numbers. 3-on-2. Morton Weeks, Maillet will pull it out as they have 20 seconds left on shot clock. 35 seconds remaining on this man advantage for Owen Sound. Wild to Webster, back to Wild, over to Maillet. Back to Wild. Moves in, shoots, hits the iron. Morton Weeks gets the rebound. Webster, back to Morton Weeks. Webster has it up top. He shoots, can't hit the net. Maillet gets it off the rebound. He hit the post. Looking for it. That's going to be a penalty on Peterborough. We go back the other way, and Thistlewhite so we'll play the other way on Braden Maillet is the one who will be penalized on this, and as both benches were screaming for the officials to blow it dead, which is not the rule, Thistlewhite had to break away the opportunity and almost scored on Martin, but Martin able to throw the shoulder up and keep this a 2-goal game and preserve the 2-goal lead. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Maillet that will be penalized for 2 minutes or less for holding the stick. So we will play 4-on-4 for 3 seconds. But Nick Rose is on the bench, so maybe the Lakers will go quick here as they have a 5-on-4 man advantage for 3 seconds here. Or if he'll just stay on the bench until play's blown in, and they'll just wait for this guy to come back on the floor. Peterborough's man advantage unit will go to work with Trumbull, Saris, Page, Sykes, and Fournier. Page to Saris up top. Back to Justin Sykes. He shoots. Kick saved by Martin. Full reset here for the Lakers. Back to Sykes. Down low for Nicholas Fournier. Up top for Justin Sykes. Over to Carter Page. Back to Braden Saris. Fournier down low. Sykes to Saris. Fournier down low. He looks. Back up to Saris. He shoots. Saved on by Martin. Fournier was there, but Martin able to knock it down. Fournier going to play some defense. He's going to go to the ball. Up top. And Owen Sound able to get it over the timeline. 1 minute remaining here on this Peterborough man advantage, as Maillet was penalized for holding the stick. Josh Sanchez with it. One of the key members of this North Stars penalty unit. Penalty killing unit. His shot attempt goes up and out of play, which will result in Owen Sound getting their PK unit back out there quickly. Nick Fournier has the ball. He's going to take it low. He's going to leave it for Justin Sykes. That's Saris. Over to Carter Page, gets it back up top. Sykes has it now. Backed up top for Saris. Sykes to Saris. To Carter Page. Underhand shot saved on by Martin. Rebound controlled by Page as an Owen Sound defender lost his glove. That's Knock. So he's unable. So he's able to play, but he only has one glove at the moment, and it's his right, his bottom hand here, as he is a lefty. Saris. 10 seconds left on shot clock. We're back to 5-on-5 even strength as that Maillet penalty is killed off. Shot on, saved by Martin. Loose ball. Knock trying to find it with one glove. He disrupts it, and he's going to pick up his glove as he heads off for a change, and it's going to be McGrath up across the timeline. Still no goals here in this third period. Both teams eager for 2 points, as Owen Sound is looking to stay in the playoff hunt, and Peterborough trying to chase down Six Nations, or at the very worst, secure home floor through at least the first round of the playoffs. Mike Blair Myers. Jeremiah Wade shoots, just misses. Blair Myers with it now. Saris back to Wade. Quick stick, saved on by Martin. What a save that was from Caleb Martin. He went post to post and able to throw that stick out the same way I throw out garbage at my house. Josh Sanchez gets a steal from Elijah Brown. Webster on it now, but he's unable to come up with it as Robert Hope collects another loose ball recovery on the evening. Sykes, he has Fournier in the middle. He'll give it to him now. Fournier, 15 on shot clock. Looking for Page cross floor, but unable to connect. And Owen Sound needs to get it across center before an 8-second count, and they're able to do so just in time. Sanchez gotten a couple more offensive possessions here in this third period, which has given some of the other righty-o guys a bit of a rest. But his shot goes up and out of play. Hutchinson with it. Wade, back to Hutchinson. Braden Saris with it. Wade has it. Seal from Thistlewhite. 10 on shot clock now for Peterborough. They need a shot. That's not going to happen, as that pass doesn't find anybody, and it's going to be Cooper Jackson away with it. Elijah Brown has it. Back to Webster, who will give it to Elijah Brown, and Rosa has it now on that right side. He was looking for Tanner Buck, who's unable to come up with it. Chris Harlan is away and running. Leaves it for Nicholas Fournier. He's going to send it up top as he got some direction from Blair Myers. Blair Myers has it. He comes over the top, shoots, saved on by Martin. Fournier with it. He's able to get it up to Sykes to avoid something. Looks back door. Pass intended for Sykes gets tipped. No over and back. Knock chasing it down. He's in a one-on-one battle with Saris. That's going to be back in, as Knock was able to knock over Saris, who, as he fell, swiped the ball back into the crease, and you cannot do that in lacrosse. That's going to be a back-in violation. Owen Sound with the ball now on offense. Sanchez. Up top for Josh Rosa. Jackson Webster was going to set a seal for Maye. He elects to slip underneath. Webster was trying to find Maye in the middle, unable to do so. 10 minutes have gone here in this third period. No goals yet in this third period. Owen Sound still hanging on to a 2-goal lead against a very good Peterborough squad. But as I've said, Peterborough has 7 APs in their lineup today, as they are missing a bunch of their regulars, including Turner Evans, Jake Withers, Joe Reziteritz, Thomas Hogarth, Colton Armstrong, and both Catoni brothers in Tate and Holden. So a lot of rookies are dressed in the blue, red, and white here today. Lauren Weeks gets knocked over as he's shooting. That gets nowhere. Lucas Frazier, he's gonna run onto it. Frazier, all alone with Martin. Frazier shoots, scores! Lucas Frazier with his first career MSL goal on a breakaway, as he's able to beat Caleb Martin. And it's now a 1-goal game, as that makes it 7-6. And he's getting high fives and bucket taps as he comes back on the bench, as he scores his first career Major Series Lacrosse League goal. Face-off violation against Hunt and Owen Sound, going to be Laker ball. Or the opposite. Hunt did not go early. It was his counterpart on Peterborough, so it'll be Owen Sound with the ball. Rosa gets a seal from Sanchez. Sanchez looking for an opening. He'll send it up top for Braden Maye. Gets a seal from Webster. Heavy seal in that. Rosa, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Over to Webster, he unloads, scores! Jackson Webster with a bullet past Nick Rose that I don't think he ever saw, and it's once again a 2-goal game. And Rose, not too pleased with himself there as he was shaking his head a little bit after that goal, as he knew that was just a clean outside shot that beat him, and he's not too happy with himself. It's an 8-6 lead here during the Lighthouse Challenge. Owen Sound has regained it courtesy of Jackson Webster, his first goal of the game. And I believe that's his 68th point of the season. Now 16 ahead of Josh Byrne. That's his 69th point this season, as I just double-checked, as that's his second goal of the game. He had 67 points coming to today. He has 2 goals on the afternoon. Evening, as it is. But nonetheless, it's now a 2-goal lead once again for the North Stars. And LeBert with a big stick check and strip. Elijah Brown over to Sanchez. Maye. Owen Sound in black now. That shot misses the mark. 4 seconds left. Owen Sound needs a shot. Elijah Brown will shoot it. Robert Hope will sacrifice the bodies. He tried to catch that ball. Looks like he's shaken up a little bit as he took that in the midsection. Fournier unable to handle that pass. He would have had a chance on net. Still trying to come away with it. Loose ball. Fournier still on it, but that's going to be corralled by Adam Ross. Rosa has it. If you're just tuning in to us, Major Series Lacrosse League action featuring the Owen Sound North Stars and the Peterborough Lakers from Collingwood, as Owen Sound is the home team in this Lighthouse Challenge game that's played here this evening. Peterborough had their chances early on, but Owen Sound has been able to come back and claw their way back to having a 2-goal lead here. Hayden Hiltz running the floor. He'll leave it for Carter Page, and he'll go for a change. Sykes needs to come alive now. Thistlewhite circling, gonna find Wade. Wade's in black now, so is Peterborough. Saved on by Martin. That had a little bit of backspin, almost corralled by Blair Myers in front, but it does not. Still loose ball in behind the Owen Sound net. Thistlewhite comes away with it, and Peterborough will get their offense back out there. Loose balls win championships, and if you're unable to come up with them as a defender, it is heartbreaking. And unfortunately, the North Stars defenders unable to do that. Fournier dips underneath, trickles around the crease. They're in black, 10 seconds left. Pass up top gets knocked down. Fournier unhappy with himself on that play. Sanchez. He's going to wait for the offense to come on, and he'll send it over to Braden Maye, who gives it to Webster. Back to Rosa. Over to Webster. That pass gets hit by Robert Hope. Hope with it. Switches hands, gets the pass out. Peterborough's a 2-on-1. It's Pace. Pace shoots, scores! Pace had a 2-on-1 with Nathan Jones the other way, and Pace said, I'm going to rip it. And he does. High to high, didn't change the plane. But that's enough to go right over the shoulder of Caleb Martin, and we have a 1-goal game. with 4:58 remaining in this final period. Transition game's been working well for the Lakers. They improved it again just now, making this a 1-goal game. Draw one by Peterborough. Thistleway shoots, saved on by Martin. Rebound, Harlan finds it, but he can't beat Martin. Martin tested again quickly off that draw, but he's able to keep it out. Elijah Brown, over to Maye, who gives it over to Webster. He needs to make something happen. Would love a hat trick. Sanchez shoots. Rose just stands there, lets it hit him. Elijah Brown unable to come away with it. And Peterborough's away and running again. As that Shewell coming away with it. Sykes. Wade to Carter Page. He's trying to get his hands free, unable to do so. Wade underneath, gets the knees to get a shot off, and he does. The loose ball. Halls has it, and he may have numbers the other way. Halls, 2-on-2, shoots, scores! Taylor Halls on his wrong side, down the alley a little bit, like can feel the cross. Rips it across his body, goes far side, and it's once again a 2-goal lead here for Owen Sound. So Halls took advantage of a slow change from Peterborough, and he's able to restore the 2-goal lead for Owen Sound, and Trumbull once again gets called for a face-off violation. Sanchez with it. Maye. He sees the lane, goes, shoots, saved by Rose. Owen Sound could have been penalized for a too many players infraction, but thankfully they just got their players off in time. And Sykes, over to Page. Gets it back to him. Up top, Page shoots. That goes right over the head of Martin. 10 seconds left now. Peterborough needs to get a shot off. Owen Sound happy to just muck it. Sykes needs a shot. He gets one off. That gets right into the pads of Martin. Mitch Wild has it. Just under 3 minutes remaining here in this final frame. Owen Sound looking to hang on. Peterborough looking to spoil the Lighthouse Challenge on a Saturday night in Collingwood. Josh Sanchez gets a steal from Elijah Brown. He gets it right back. Sanchez is in black now. He was trying to send it up top, hoping a Stars player would be there to get a shot off, but no one was there, and Hutchinson now has it. Trumbull was cutting through the middle. A couple sticks came up high. Nothing of intent or penalty worthy there. Fournier. Over to Page. Wade. Shoots, scores! We are all tied up at 9 apiece with 2 minutes here to go in the third period. Jeremy Wade. Quick ball movement. Ends up in his stick. And that is also his first career MSL goal. And the Lakers players collected that ball as well. So 3 of the 7 Peterborough APs have scored their first career MSL goal here today. The latest coming from Wade to tie this game up at 9 apiece. Ogilvie has it. He's getting double teamed. Ball goes out of bounds, off his stick. And we're gonna have some extracurriculars here near the benches. As Millsap came over, and Ogilvie said, I'm gonna go at it with you. Doesn't look like anything's gonna come of it though, as it's just gonna be Ogilvie who is gonna get, oh no, it's gonna be Ogilvie and Millsap here. We'll just wait to see what the infractions will be. So as we wait to see what the infractions are, we do know it'll be 5-on-5 action, and it's going to be Owen Sound ball. So it's going to be Millsap for a slash. As we await what the Peterborough penalty will be, we're back to 5-on-5 action as that pass goes off the stick of Webster and into the stick of Nick Rose. Hayden Hiltz with it. Has done well in his MSL debut today, I believe. I was told this is his first MSL game today. Shot clock violation against Peterborough. It'll be Owen Sound ball as we have less than a minute to play here in regulation. Peterborough needs to play locked-off defense as they are down by 1. Elijah Brown dips, dangles, saved on by Rose. That's going to be a reset for Owen Sound. They're able to come away with it. Maye getting pressured near the timeline, and Owen Sound will wisely call timeout. So 25 seconds left to go in regulation time, and Maye getting pressured. Owen Sound bench calls timeout. So 25 seconds remain here in regulation time. Shot clock will reset to 17 seconds. And Owen Sound will hang on for possession. They will get it on the restart. And I can imagine that as soon as Peterborough will get it, with what will likely be 7 or 8 seconds remaining in regulation, they will call a timeout, set up a play, and look for the game-tying goal. Maye with it. He's getting double-teamed by Thistlewhite and Hutchinson. Maye, falls to the ground, ball becomes loose. They're going to call a timeout right now, Peterborough, with 10.5 left in regulation. So 10.5 seconds left here in regulation. Peterborough will put Rose on the bench. And they will go 6-on-5, looking for that game-tying goal. For those of you that have any interest in the other MSL game going on this weekend, tomorrow at Jack Berger Arena in Port Hope, not the usual home center for the Cobourg Kodiaks, is where the Kodiaks will be hosting the Brampton Excelsiors at 6 p.m. That's at Jack Berger Arena, not the usual Cobourg Community Center, as the Cobourg Kodiaks will host the Brampton Excelsiors. But until then, 10 seconds remain here in the Lighthouse Challenge between the Owen Sound North Stars and the Peterborough Lakers. 10 seconds left. Braden Saris with it. 7. Over to Thistlewhite. He gets a look on top. Scores! A seal up top allows Thistlewhite to get open, and he wires a shot right past Caleb Martin to tie this game up at 9, and looks like we are headed to overtime. A classic double seal up top allows Thistlewhite to get open, and we are indeed headed to overtime. So Braden Saris runs the ball, a double seal up top, Thistlewhite able to pop open, catches and releases, just like a fisherman. Don't know if he has any roots as an angler, but we are up in Collingwood and there is a lot of fishing going on. So if he knows how to catch and release out on the lacrosse floor, I'd love to see what he could do out there on a fishing dock. But nonetheless, 9-9 is where we stand after 3 periods of play between the Peterborough Lakers and Owen Sound North Stars. Overtime coming up right after this. Overtime action here in Collingwood between the North Stars and the Lakers. It was Adam Thistlewhite with the game-tying goal with 3.5 seconds remaining that sent us into overtime. 10 minutes, sudden victory. First goal is the winner. Nick Fournier down to Thistlewhite. Over to Trumbull. 10 seconds left on shot clock. Carter Page with it. He's alone on an island. He's going to try and find some space. Unable to do so. Shot clock winds down. Save. Kick save by Martin at the last second as he does the splits. And that will be a reset for the Lakers. Fournier to Saris. To Carter Page. He's getting hacked and whacked. He'll send it to Jeremy Wade. Fournier. Page shoots. Glove save by Martin. Wade able to get into the corner and come away with that loose ball. Fournier has it. He'll send it over to the righties. And Trumbull. Wade shoots. Saved by Martin. Loose ball. Blair Myers can't hit the net. Owen Sound has it. Bounce pass for Mitch Wild. Sanchez. Over to Rosa. To Jackson Webster now. He dips underneath. Trying to get his hands free, able to get the pass off. Rosa needs to get a shot off. He does. Stick save from Rose. Rosa to Rose. Where's the Rosemary in this game? Hutchinson. Thistlewhite with it. He sent this game in overtime. Hey, can he be the overtime hero? Not on this possession as his pass goes up and out of play. Knock with it. Over to Carter Sanchez. Josh Sanchez. Jackson Webster. Braden Maye. Sanchez has it. He's looking to play overtime here. Not today. Rose has it. As that ball pops loose into his crease. Dylan Hutchinson with it. Jeremy Wade is going to run over to his strong side of the floor. And Justin Sykes, 10 on the shot clock now for Peterborough. Trumbull has it. He's unable to find anything. Wade just throws it on net, hits the big logo in the middle of Martin's chest, and away goes Mitch Wild. Mitch Wild will head off for a change. Webster has it. Owen Sound in black. Shot saved on by Rose. Moore and Weeks comes away with it. He shoots. Saved on from Rose. And he falls into the crease and gets landed on by Robert Hope. Both of them seem to be okay. And both of them will head off for a change. Thistle White. To Carter Page, who sends it to Blair Myers and down for Saris. Over to Nick Fournier on that left side. He tries to shoot around a defender, can't do that. And Blair Myers will throw it back down into the defensive zone. And it's going to hit the end boards and run all the way over the center line. Sanchez has it. Just over 4 minutes gone here in the overtime period. Still looking for the winner. Sudden victory, first goal wins. Shot on, saved by Rose. Maillet has it. Maillet comes away with it. He's bulldozing. BTB shot gets nowhere, and that goes up and out of play. Trumbull with it. To Nick Fournier. To Trumbull. He shoots. Saved on by Martin. Mitch Wild has it. He will send it cross floor over to Jeremy Sorrell. He will leave it for Rosa and go off for a change. Maillet. Moore and Weeks. Elijah Brown cutting back door. He shoots, saved on by Rose. Rosa gets that rebound. Halfway gone through the overtime period. Webster looking for Maillet inside. Hope picked off that pass. He sends it up floor for Eric Shewell. Over to Nicholas Fournier. He waits for the offense to come on. He's going to send it over to Braden Saris. Back up top for Nick Fournier. He's going to get a seal. He's going to go underneath. Twister shot. That gets a reset. That hit the outside of the post, but it's not going to matter as Owen Sound comes away with it. McGrath with it. Leaves it for Sanchez. Tanner Buck. Gets the seal for Maillet. Gets it right back to him. Maillet. 5 seconds on shot clock. They need one. Webster unloads, shoots. Saved by Rose. That's going to be a reset. Elijah Brown had his stick out, bounced right over it. And Peterborough has the ball. Chris Harlan with it. Over to Justin Sykes. Product out of Mimico, Ontario. Page. Wade. Saris has it. Back door. Nothing comes of it. That's going to be a shot clock violation, as no shot had occurred, but the shot clock did reset. So it's going to be Owen Sound possession. And Owen Sound will elect to call a timeout with 3:07 here remaining in this overtime period, which will allow both Millsap and Ogilvie to come out of the box as we played 5-on-5 for the remaining 2 minutes of that third period. And for the almost 7 minutes of the overtime period. But this is the first dead ball stoppage that we have had. Owen Sound going to look to draw up a play as Nick Rose and Josh Hiltz have a bit of a conversation down inside the Peterborough crease. When you have two longtime members of lacrosse in any capacity, whether it's player, official, coach and coach, spectator and spectator, I'd love to know what they'd be talking about right now. Hiltzy and Rosie have known each other for years, and I'm going to hope they're talking about the dinner reservation that they have up here in Collingwood after this game's over. .22 seconds remaining on the shot clock for Owen Sound. 3 minutes left here in overtime. Elijah Brown over to Braden Maillet. That's Tanner Buck who's coming in now. But Robert Hope disrupts it, and it's going to be Dylan Hutchinson scooping up another loose ball for the Lakers tonight. Thistle White. Carter Page. Braden Saris with the ball now, who finds Justin Sykes. Adam Thistlewhite, 5 seconds on shot clock. Shoots, saved on by Martin. Mitch Wild with it. Sanchez. Over to Braden Maillet. That's a little too hard of a pick. It's going to go Peterborough's way. Fournier. Finds Saris inside. That almost went in, but Martin said no. Now he's looking for an outlet. And it's going to be Connor Knock running the ball. Maillet almost got bulldozed by Coyle, who was coming off the bench. Shot on by Sanchez. That doesn't hit the mark. Morton Weeks with it. 10 seconds on shot clock. He's going to go behind the net. Going to find Sanchez. He needs to get over the top, and he's trying, gets a shot off. That doesn't hit anybody or anything. Going to be a shot clock violation against Owen Sound. Ball here on the near side. Sykes is going to pick it up. Josh Hiltz will blow that in. Carter Page with it. Over to Nick Fournier. Sykes. Saris. Fournier. 1 minute remaining here in the first overtime period. As Thistlewhite fell to the floor, Peterborough thought there should have been at least a possession, if not a penalty call on that play, as Thistlewhite got hit in the head by a stick. But officials are going to let the boys play. I like it. Webster dips underneath. Over to Elijah Brown, who scores! And that's the overtime winner. Greg Elijah Brown, just called up today, is your overtime hero tonight. A hard-fought battle sees the North Stars come out on top, and they pick up a pivotal 2 points in the playoff race. As man, no one knew if that ball went in until it officially crossed the goal line. So at the end of 3 periods of play, the Owen Sound North Stars are victorious as they defeat the Peterborough Lakers by a score of 10-9 in overtime here on Saturday night at the Lighthouse Challenge. For all of us here at MSL Lacrosse, we want to say thank you for tuning in tonight. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and good night, lacrosse fans.